Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodu. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Niconsat. The Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development has announced plans to hold the 2024 Ibili Youth Academy with the comprehensive month-long series of leadership training activities. The Commissioner for the Ministry, Mobolaji Ogunlende, made the announcement at the Alausa Secretariat, where he outlined the schedule for the Academy to include a 5-day divisional training scheduled for October to November 1st, 2024. Ogunlede, in a statement, added that the training would include a 1-day leadership seminar with the governor, which is planned for November 2024. Earlier in September, the ministry held a week-long awareness exercise about the program. The chairman of the House of Representatives Committee on the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, Aderemi Oseni, has announced that the federal government is prepared to repairing all federal roads across Nigeria. This is part of President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda to alleviate the suffering of the masses. Oseni, representing Ibarapa East and Edo Federal Constituency of Oyo State, disclosed this during his thank you visit to the State Secretariat of the All Progressive Congress at the Oke Ado in Ibadan, the state capital. The lawmaker, lamenting the deplorable condition of federal roads nationwide, urged Nigerians to be patient with Tinubu and allow him more time to address Nigeria's challenges. The Defense Headquarters of Nigeria has launched Operation Fansa Yama in the northwest region of the country to address the escalating banditry in the region. The Theater Commander Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Fansa Yama, Major General Oluyinka Soyele, stated this when he paid a courtesy visit to the Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal at the Government House, Gusau. Queen Agaba has the details.
The Theater Commander, Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Fasanyama, Major General Oluyinka Soyele, says more troops will be deployed to offensive bandit enclaves. He says the move is aimed at restoring peace and security to the region, which has been plagued by violent attacks and kidnappings for several years.
We are much more than ready and to take the battle to them. We are not waiting for them to come to the roadside or to do all these legal activities, abduction, kidnapping, and the rest. We are taking the war to them. It's either they surrender or they die. Already we are making efforts to reach out to the local communities and yes, in some of the villages. We are trying to let them know that it is only by giving us adequate vision, by supporting us, that we'll be able to overcome this menace of.
The Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal pledged to give all the necessary support for troops to succeed in their operations. He says security is the responsibility of all, hence the need for all to support troops.
Remember when the Chief of Defense Staff some few weeks ago was here, and he made mention of the fact that there's going to be a new theater commander that will be responsible for this region, to take care of some of the security challenges we're facing, especially in Zamfara. And I'm happy to say that he has resumed and he's here and we discuss issues. Of course, it's not something that we're going to tell the press because it's a security matter.
The establishment of Operation Fasanyama in northwest Nigeria has sparked optimism among many that banditry in the region will soon be eradicated. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting.
Renowned economist Professor Paul Tutomi has claimed that the nation is presently a failure and is made worse by lack of alternative thinking to turn things around. According to Tutomi, the lack of alternative thinking was worsened by a total capture of the legislature and the judiciary, as he described the present National Assembly as the worst thing that has happened to the country. He argued that the National Assembly, which should be the platform for robust debates to turn around the nation's fortunes, had been captured. The economist said Nigeria was a tragic failure because the political class and the elite, particularly the legal elite, are self-centered rather than thinking of the common good of the nation. Akwa Ibom State Governor Umar Eno has unveiled plans to inaugurate a state Inter-Labour Committee to complement the vision and efforts of the Arise Youth Employment Portal. Speaking while launching the Arise Youth Employment Portal at Ibom Hotel and Golf Resort, Uyo, the governor explained that the committee would ensure that all companies operating in the state engage indigenous human resources as well as exhibit transparent employment practices. He further stated that the employment portal is to fulfill the promise made when he signed a charter with Akwa Ibom Youth months back, while also providing jobs in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals on poverty reduction. Residents of Isheri Estate community at the Opik end of Lagos-Ibadan Expressway have demanded a permanent solution to the flood crisis affecting their areas. The residents and the property owners also faulted the government's directive for them to relocate to higher grounds. It has been reported that the residents were thrown into panic barely a week ago following a flood scare due to the release of the water from the Onya River Dam by the Ogun-Osun River Basin Authority. A gradual increase in the Ogun River's current later led to an overflow spreading across areas some meters away from the river bank. The national chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, has thrown his weight behind Ondo State Governor and the governorship candidate of the party in the state November 16 Guba polls. At the APC Southwest Governors Forum meeting in Akure, the chairman urged all political leaders of the state to work in unity. Global television correspondent Kikelomo Okere reports from Akure.
Gathered in this hall are political leaders from Ogun, Ekiti, Ondo, and Lagos State. The national chairman of All Progressive Congress, Abdullahi Ganduje, says the meeting is to motivate the Ondo State governor and the governorship aspirant, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, in solidarity of the party. He urged the political leaders to ensure all hands are on desk to ensure free and fair election in the state.
It's to give you assurance that the party is solidly and 100% behind you.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Ekiti State Governor Abiodun Oyebanji appreciate all political leaders for throwing their weight behind the Ondo State governorship aspirant while appealing for unity in the party.
Well, I mean, so we're here, right, to ensure that we can have a full house assessment, of where we are politically, and we've seen that everybody, all stakeholders, were in attendance. But to also answer your question, assessment, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, in our view, because we also do peer review amongst ourselves, we know he's one of our most forward-looking governors.
Number two, we also have a duty to ensure that the achievement of Arakunrin Akeredolu is not reversed.
Ondo State Governor and the governorship aspirant Lucky Aiyedatiwa thanked the political leaders for supporting him while pledging that he will not disappoint them.
And I want to start by thanking the national chairman of our party for taking time out to be here. The chairman of Nigeria Governors Forum Southwest, His Excellency Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who scheduled this meeting at different times but could not hold. But this is the time, this is the day that the Lord has made for the meeting to hold. I want to thank you very much for your support at all times. All of you that has come from Lagos, all our leaders, starting from Baba Olusi and all the other leaders, the party chairman, everyone, I thank you very much.
It is the first election in the Southwest after the presidential election. It is expected that the political leaders will adopt and put into use all that have been discussed at the All Progressive Southwest Governors Forum's meeting. From Akure, Ondo State Capital, Kikelomo Okeri, Global Television.
Chief Judge of Kano State Justice DJ Abdul Aboki ordered the release of 37 inmates from the Goronduse Medium Security Custodial Center as part of ongoing efforts to relieve the state's correctional facilities. The decision to release the inmates was driven by two main factors: their poor health conditions and their prolonged detention without trial. Many of the freed inmates were reported to be suffering from severe health issues that worsened during their time in custody. Justice Abdul Aboki emphasized that the lack of adequate medical care in the facility further compromised their well-being. You're watching Midday News on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When Midday News returns, Air Peace hikes Lagos-Abuja tickets to 200,000 naira from November. Details of these, as well as foreign and sports stories, coming right after the break. Please stay with us. Welcome back from the break. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of Midday News. Thank you for staying with us. In business, Nigeria's harsh economy has reportedly been affecting the aviation business, causing airlines to increase their fares as a one-way flight ticket from Lagos to Abuja on Air Peace is to hit 200,000 naira from November 1st, 2024. This development comes amid lamentations from passengers, forcing some Nigerians to abandon flights for road transport. The Federal Inland Revenue Service has stressed the vital role of the judiciary in maintaining a robust tax system. It said the integrity and cooperation of the judiciary are essential in Nigeria's tax system. The executive chairman of the FIS, Dr. Zak Adedeji, represented by Muhammad Abubakar, the coordinating director of Services Support Group, stated that for tax system to be effective, it requires the unwavering support and integrity of the judiciary. He said this at the opening ceremony of the High Impact Interactive Conference with Justices and Judges, organized by the Federal Inland Revenue Service in partnership with National Judicial Institute in Abuja. The Consul General of the United States Consulate in Lagos, Nigeria, Will Stevens, has said that Nigeria and the U.S. have a $10 billion annual trade relationship. Stephen disclosed this in Lagos while speaking at the opening ceremony of the African Growth and Opportunity Act workshop with Proper Africa. The workshop aims to equip export-ready Nigerian businesses, Nigerian Customs Service, trade officials, and relevant stakeholders with the necessary knowledge and skills to maximize the benefit of AGOA and improve its utilization in Nigeria. Stephen said the U.S. and Nigeria have an incredibly balanced trade relationship. On the foreign scene, a Moscow-stalled official has disclosed that the Ukrainian drone attack on the Russian-held city of Energoda, home to Europe's largest nuclear power plant, killed one person. The Kremlin-installed head of the occupied part of the Zaporizhzhia region, Yevgeny Abazlistik, said it's as a result of the drone attack, the enemy on the Energoda cylinder tanker caught fire, adding that a petrol station worker died of sharp wounds. Russia and Ukraine regularly accuse each other of violating the safety of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant in Energoda. The first Bangladesh airlifted home after fleeing Israeli airstrikes in Lebanon described the constant fear of living in a city rocked by explosions. The first 54 of some 1,800 Bangladesh wanting to escape the troubled Mediterranean nation flew back to Dhaka on a government-backed flight. Some gave up long-established lives in Lebanon for a deeply uncertain economic future back home. Bangladesh Foreign Ministry estimates between 70,000 to 100,000 of its nationals are working in Lebanon, many as laborers or as domestic workers. The poverty rate across the Palestinian territories will almost double this year to 74.3% after months of fighting in Gaza. The immediate consequence of the war, not just in physical infrastructure destruction, but also in terms of poverty, livelihoods, and loss of livelihoods, is enormous. Achim Steiner, head of the United Nations Development Programme, told AFP. In sport, match day 3 of the Union of European Football Associations UEFA Champions League promises thrilling encounters as some of Europe's biggest teams take to the pitch. The action kicks off early with Italian giants AC Milan hosting Belgian side Club Brugge, while AS Monaco faces off against Serbian champions Crvena Zvezda. Later in the evening, all eyes will be on the 9 p.m. kickoff. Premier League powerhouse Arsenal welcome Ukrainian club Shakhtar Donetsk to London, looking to secure a crucial win. The Confederation of African Football will on Wednesday announce its decision on the botched AFCON qualifying Group D match between Nigeria and Libya, which was scheduled for the Benina Matia Stadium on October 15. According to reports, the Apex Continental Football Body will announce the final decision regarding the players' ordeal during the first leg in Nigeria in October, which ended 1-0 in favor of the Super Eagles, and a reverse fixture that would have held at the 10,550 capacity Libyan First All-Seater Stadium. Leicester City's midfield powerhouse Wilfred Ndidi has secured his place among Nigeria's Premier League legends, becoming the 9th Nigerian to reach 200 appearances in the English top flight. With his achievement, Ndidi joins an exclusive group of Nigerian football players who have had a lasting impact on the Premier League. Ndidi has established himself as a staple in Leicester City's midfield because of his consistency and work rate. He is currently behind the number of appearances made by well-known athletes like Victor Moses with 220 and Victor Anichebe with 205. That's it on Midday News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and StarTimes channel 276 and free to air on Nikonsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @Global TVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Anthony Momodu. Thank you for watching.